taser now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Steps away to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Quan Alexander in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack.
Slow.
Here's Taylor operating from the gun. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit her.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Now let's go. Green 39.
Back to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4th. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet.
There he goes right side. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 67 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Operating from the gun, Taylor. Touchdown, Falcons.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Back now in Baltimore, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. They'll run it here with Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
Under.
Now a handoff working right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Two jet.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Slow.
Taylor. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle.
And my goodness, another interception. Anthony Averett picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They go play action now. Taylor. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Carl Lawson. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And the Bengals, they have taken the lead there late in that ball game. Aaron Rodgers, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. This is Brown on the carry. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, as they move to 3-0 now on the